Hi everyone. As you all know, or as I believe that I have mentioned, when I was 19 years old, I was diagnosed with ASD or Asperger's or whatever you want to call it. But I think I also mentioned in my first video that I was also diagnosed with dyslexia, but I didn't go into too much detail about how I was diagnosed. So I thought I'd share it with you all. So I was diagnosed at the age of 6. My teacher, my teacher and my parents and everybody, the adults, started to notice that I was writing letters upside down, or I don't really remember it fully because I was only 6. So yeah, but I do remember going to the eye doctor or going to my pediatrician, and they thought I had some kind of an eye problem. So the doctor recommended this kind of treatment. The treatment was basically you mark an X or a circle on a baseball, and you hang the baseball from a ceiling fan or whatever. And they had me lie down and stare at the ball while it was swinging back and forth. Frankly, I don't know how that's supposed to help anybody with an eye problem, but I didn't have an eye problem, so that didn't help me at all. So, after a few more, I guess, after some sessions with some teachers and some educator people, I was diagnosed with dyslexia. So, I spent pretty much my entire, all 12 years of school in some sort of special education program, which was interesting. I remember getting teased a lot for it and pretty much getting, bullied a lot because of it. And I used to hate it. And especially in 5th grade, I used to hate going to these classes because some of the stuff they had me do, that the teacher or the aide or whoever helped me do, was kind of embarrassing. So, yeah. And I remember getting frustrated and just getting really annoyed. I do think that the only time that I wasn't in a special ed, most of the time, I was only ever really in special ed classes for math, because that's where my dyslexia was really, really bad. But the only time I wasn't in special ed math was, I think, in the 7th grade. For a while in 7th grade, I was in regular math, and I pretty much failed miserably at it, so I was taken out of that class and put into a special ed course. My senior year of high school, I was also in special ed, and I was in special ed geometry, and I was the only senior there. Everyone else there was a freshman or a sophomore, and I found out later that we were actually doing 8th grade work, and this kind of bothered me because I was a senior doing 8th grade work. I don't see how that's supposed to help me. How does doing work years below my grade level supposed to help me deal with my dyslexia or my learning problems? How is that supposed to help me? So, yeah. But there's nothing I can really do about it. So, yeah, my dyslexia is mainly centered around my math abilities. I suck at multiplication. I'm terrible at division. Even adding certain things, I'm not great at. But that's why they invented the calculators, for people who suck at math. So, and I'm completely hopeless on fractions. So, yeah. reading was never really a problem for me. I always read pretty well. Well, it was a problem for me back when I was younger, because I used to write, like, I used to get B and D mixed up, so, but I kind of overcame that, so, most of my dyslexia is centered around my mathematical ability, or, my lack thereof. So, yeah, but it runs in my family. My brother has it too, but his is less severe than mine is. My dad has it, and my sister has it, I think. So it's something that runs in my family. But, yeah. And I remember because of it, I would always feel self-conscious or conscience or conscious, whatever. It's 1 a.m., so forgive me. So my brain's not exactly fully functioning right now, so I can't, yeah. Anyway, I would always feel embarrassed by it because when a teacher would like be giving a lecture, be giving a lesson, everyone else would be able to get it, and I had no idea what they were talking about. But I didn't want to raise my hand and ask a question because I didn't want to look stupid. So even when we were just doing our work individually, I still want to ask for help because I still didn't want to look stupid. And I was stubborn like that. I thought I could figure out for myself. So, and I couldn't. So, if I hadn't been so resistant to ask for help, my grades probably would have been a little bit better than they were. So, yeah. So, and now I know it's nothing to be embarrassed about, but it still affects my life, and it still affects pretty much everything. I think it also kind of affects the way I speak, because sometimes I have trouble finding the right words to say, and that's also a result of my ASD. I have trouble finding the right words to say, and have trouble finding, I sometimes have trouble articulating what I feel and what I think. I can get my thoughts out on paper much better than I can through speaking them. I'm way more articulate when I'm typing a thought, or when I'm writing a thought, but sometimes when I speak, I can't get it out fully. And sometimes it's the same way when I'm writing a comment, or when I'm typing a comment. I can't think of the correct word to say. So it's like I know what I want to say, but I just can't get it out. Like I can't think of how to say it, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. So, that's pretty much, my life with dyslexia. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video, and as always, have a great day.